My brothers and sisters, have you ever noticed? Before a person even opens their mouth, the world has already begun to form an opinion about them. Subhanallah, it's amazing how our appearance speaks long before our tongues do. You see, the way we dress is not just about fashion. It's not about keeping up with trends or impressing others. It's a silent message, a reflection of who we are on the inside. People address you the way you dress. And that's not just a saying, it's a reality of life. When you step out into the world, your clothing becomes your introduction before your words ever reach a single ear. If your dress reflects dignity, modesty, and self-respect, people will approach you with the same. But when our clothing loses purpose, when it seeks attention rather than respect, we slowly lose the very essence of who we are meant to be. My beloved brothers and sisters, dressing well does not mean dressing extravagantly. It means dressing with intention, with cleanliness, with humility. It's not about wearing the most expensive brand. It's about wearing what pleases the Almighty and what protects your honor. Because the moment we start valuing ourselves the way our Creator intended, the world too begins to value us. The way we dress reflects our inner state. Clothing is not just fabric. It's a statement of values and self-respect. What we choose to wear each day tells a story about who we are, what we believe in, and how we see ourselves. It's not simply about covering our bodies, it's about expressing our identity and our principles without uttering a single word. When a person dresses with care, modesty, and dignity, it shows a level of self-awareness and inner discipline. It reveals that they value themselves enough to present their best version to the world, not for attention, but for respect. Our clothing can silently mirror our hearts. If our heart is calm, clean, and filled with self-respect, our appearance will often reflect the same. But when our heart seeks validation from people rather than the approval of the Almighty, our choices begin to shift toward pleasing creation instead of the Creator. Many people misunderstand dressing well as showing off or seeking fame, yet the truth is quite the opposite. Dressing well, in its purest form, means taking pride in what the Almighty has blessed us with while maintaining humility and modesty. It is an external reflection of internal gratitude. Think of how someone feels when they wear clean, respectful clothing. They walk with quiet confidence, their posture changes, and they radiate positivity. This is not arrogance but dignity. On the other hand, if someone neglects their appearance, wears carelessly, or dresses without thought, it often stems from a lack of self-value. The body is an amana, a trust, and how we care for it, even through clothing, shows how seriously we take that trust. Our attire also influences the way others perceive and interact with us. Before we speak a single word, our clothing has already introduced us. When we dress with grace and decency, we command respect without demanding it. It teaches others how to approach us, how to speak to us, and how to value us. It's not about being judged by the world. It's about setting a standard for how we wish to be addressed. In a world obsessed with outward appearances, true elegance comes from aligning what we wear with who we are inside. Our garments should not only beautify our bodies but should also reflect our souls. When the inner self is pure, grateful, and respectful, it naturally manifests in the way we dress. So, every thread, every color, every choice we make in our attire becomes a reflection of our inner world. A world shaped by values, humility and respect. Modesty and dignity in dress invite respect before a word is even spoken. The way a person presents themselves has the power to influence the atmosphere around them long before any conversation begins. When someone dresses with modesty, it creates a sense of calm, decency, and respect in the eyes of those who see them. It's as though the clothing itself speaks. It tells the world that this person carries themselves with value, that they understand the importance of self-respect and restraint. True modesty is not about hiding beauty, but about protecting it. It is about knowing your worth so deeply that you don't need to display it for others to see. Dignity in dress means carrying yourself with a quiet confidence that doesn't rely on exposure or extravagance. It's about understanding that the way you dress reflects how you perceive your own honor. When we choose clothing that covers us respectfully and appropriately, we are sending a message: I value myself, and I expect others to value me too. The beauty of modesty is that it shifts focus from the body to the character, from appearance to essence. People stop looking at you for what you show and start noticing you for who you are. That is the power of modesty. It commands respect without saying a word. Throughout history and across cultures, those who dressed with modesty and dignity were often regarded as people of principle. Their clothing reflected their inner discipline and awareness of their surroundings. When a person dresses modestly, it is not a sign of weakness or suppression, but of strength and wisdom. It shows that they are not slaves to trends or public approval, but instead they stand firm on values and purpose. Such people don't dress to fit in, they dress to stand out through respect. Modesty also protects a person from unnecessary attention and judgment. It allows one to move through life with peace, knowing they are not being valued merely for appearance. It nurtures self-respect and inner confidence, because the individual knows their worth is far beyond what the eye can see. Dignity in dress is like a silent armor. It shields you from disrespect and draws others toward you with admiration. When people see someone who dresses with honor, they are more likely to treat them with care and speak to them with gentleness. Without a word being exchanged, modesty builds boundaries and earns reverence. It reminds the world that respect is not demanded, it is inspired through the quiet power of how one chooses to present themselves. Dressing well is not about expensive clothes, but about decency, cleanliness, and purpose. Many people today mistake good dressing for wearing branded outfits or following the latest fashion trends. But true elegance and refinement have nothing to do with price tags or designer labels. A person may wear the simplest of clothes, yet still look graceful and confident, because what truly matters is neatness, modesty, and intention. When you dress with purpose, to present yourself respectfully, to feel clean and dignified, and to honor the blessings of your Creator, your clothing automatically becomes beautiful, regardless of how simple it may be. Cleanliness is a major part of dressing well. A clean shirt, pressed clothes, and tidy appearance speak volumes about one's discipline and self-respect. Even in faith, cleanliness has been emphasized as half of belief, and that principle extends to how we present ourselves. A person who keeps their attire clean and orderly shows gratitude for what they have been given. They may not possess much, but they take care of what they own, and that in itself is a mark of good character. On the other hand, someone who wears luxurious clothes without care or dresses to show off may impress people for a moment but rarely commands lasting respect. Dressing with decency also means understanding balance. Not being excessive, nor being careless, is about choosing what is appropriate for the time, place, and purpose. A decent person does not dress to attract attention or to compete with others. They dress to reflect inner respect and humility. When our intention behind dressing becomes pure, to appear presentable, to honor our body, and to behave with dignity, our outer appearance naturally becomes pleasing. It is not the garment that brings respect, but the attitude behind wearing it. Purpose in dressing gives direction to appearance. When someone dresses with purpose, they are mindful of the message their clothing sends to the world. It shows that they understand the power of presentation and that they wish to represent their values wherever they go. Dressing well with purpose means aligning your appearance with your character. You dress in a way that would make you comfortable standing before anyone. Whether rich or poor, stranger or friend, even before your Creator. It builds inner confidence because you know your clothing reflects who you truly are. Someone clean, decent, and intentional in every aspect of life. Our appearance can influence how people perceive our faith, our manners, and even our confidence. Before a single word is spoken, the way we present ourselves communicates powerful, unspoken messages about our beliefs and values. People form impressions in moments, and often those impressions are shaped by what they see. When we dress with humility and dignity, we send a silent message of self-respect and discipline. Our clothing can become a form of dawah, a reminder that faith is not only about prayer and words, but also about the way we carry ourselves. The one who dresses with respect for their faith shows that they live with purpose and awareness, and others begin to see that their belief is not just inward but reflected outwardly. When someone sees a person dressed modestly and neatly, they often associate that image with integrity and manners. Our clothing can either strengthen or weaken the perception of the values we represent. If our faith teaches respect, modesty, and cleanliness, then our appearance should mirror that teaching. It is not about strict rules or judgment. It's about embodying the principles we claim to live by. The way we appear in public can either draw others toward understanding our faith or push them away through contradiction. When we align our appearance with our beliefs, our presence itself becomes a gentle reminder of goodness and character. Clothing also plays a role in shaping how confident we feel. When you dress with care and self-respect, you feel more focused, present, and capable. It gives a quiet strength that helps you interact with others more comfortably. On the other hand, dressing carelessly or in a way that conflicts with your values can create discomfort or insecurity. True confidence doesn't come from showing more or from wearing what everyone else wears. It comes from knowing that what you are wearing represents your inner peace and integrity. When the inside and outside are in harmony, confidence flows naturally. The way we dress can even affect how others treat and respond to us. People tend to show more respect to those who dress respectfully because it signals maturity and awareness. Just as a uniform symbolizes discipline, so does modest and dignified dressing symbolize character. When we are conscious of how our attire reflects our faith, manners, and confidence, we begin to take responsibility for the image we project to the world. Every outfit becomes more than fabric. It becomes a message of identity, respect, and belief in something greater than ourselves. True beauty lies in how our character and dress align with humility, respect, and self-worth. Many people today chase external beauty, thinking it can be found in stylish clothes, expensive brands, or the approval of others. Yet real beauty is not about what meets the eye. It is about what flows from the heart and how it is reflected in the way we carry ourselves. When our clothing mirrors our inner values, when humility meets presentation, that is when beauty becomes genuine and lasting. A person who dresses modestly, respectfully, and with sincerity shines in a way that no glitter or trend can ever replicate. It is a beauty that cannot be purchased because it comes from within. Character is the foundation of true beauty. A person who speaks with kindness, treats others with respect, and maintains humility carries a glow that no garment can enhance nor diminish. When such a person dresses decently, their outer appearance simply amplifies their inner goodness. There is harmony between what is seen and what is unseen. On the other hand, when someone's appearance contradicts their character, when they dress to seek attention but lack respect in their actions. The beauty becomes shallow, fading as quickly as admiration arises. True beauty, therefore, is when the inside and outside tell the same story of grace and decency. Humility plays a central role in this balance. A humble person does not dress to prove their worth, but rather to honor it. They understand that dignity is not about being noticed, but about being respected. Their clothing reflects moderation and thoughtfulness, neither extravagant nor careless. They don't need to shout through their appearance because their character already speaks with quiet strength. When humility governs our choices, even the simplest attire becomes beautiful because it represents sincerity and purity of heart. Respect and self-worth also shape how we present ourselves. When you value yourself, you naturally choose to dress in a way that protects and honors that value. You don't allow trends or the opinions of others to dictate your appearance because you understand that worth comes from within, not from what others see. Such respect for oneself draws the same respect from others. People can sense when someone carries themselves with confidence rooted in decency and faith. It creates a lasting impression not of vanity but of virtue. True beauty then is not found in how we look, but in how our dress and character together reflect our deepest sense of humility, respect, and inner worth.